Okay, so now we're going to talk about the different ways that you can actually use a saddle, such as sitting. For example, this is what we would call a sitter. The knees are at about a 90-degree angle. So for this, all of your weight is coming down through the bridge into most all of that weight is in your butt on the saddle. Then a little bit of that weight is transferred to your knees if your knees are against the tree. If they're not, then that weight is then transferred to your feet. So right now I have 3 points that my weight's distributed through. My saddle, my knees, and my feet. So there's kind of a hybrid in between here. So if we'll slide this up to an angle about like this, now my knees are about a 45-degree angle. So this weight again is coming down through my bridge into my saddle, but then a lot of that weight is now transferred to my knees. This is where knee pads really come in. If you're somebody who sits like this, a lot of that weight's being transferred into the tree from your knees, so you have to have knee pads. And then a little bit of that weight is then transferred down onto my feet at my pegs. So there's different ways to use this. We're going to cut the camera off, then we'll bring this down and we'll show you what a leaner looks like. Okay, so now this is what a leaner would look like. A leaner, typically, his legs are almost always straight and he's simply leaning back into the saddle. So almost all of his weight is in his feet and just a little bit in his saddle. So he's standing up, basically. A lot of times a leaner will have an extremely short bridge as well as extremely low tree strap height and short distance between the carabiner and the tree strap. This is kind of restrictive to being able to move around the tree. So again, for the most part, a lot of these guys are hunting off of a single platform, like a modified tree seat or something like that. So a leaner, again, most all their weight is on their feet. That's why they have a bigger platform, very short bridge, and low tether height with short distance in between the tether and the carabiner.